Reg, get in your bucket, buddy. Come on. Please. I swallowed wrong right before we started. I'm choking. Apologies. I tried to put in a chit chat like at the last minute, thinking if anyhow. And my voice is still not good from all my teaching. Anyhow, friends, hello. Let's wait a sec so I can make sure that I can see you guys. There we go. Hi. Hello. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to What's New Wednesday. Okay, just have to make sure. Reggie's on one and he was wanting to bite my ankle, so that's the cat, not the husband. That's the cat. Oh my goodness. Hello, friends. Hi, welcome. Nice to have you here. If we haven't met before, my voice doesn't normally sound like this. My name is Lael Khankar, and I have a business called Lael by Mail. I do all kinds of things. Manufacture loads of my own products, travelers, notebooks, and inserts, and idea books, and stamps, and dies, and paper, and stickers, and, stickers. No, stickers, yeah. Stickers, but new stickers coming next year. Die cuts, anyhow, lots of different things. But I also on my website sell products from other manufacturers. So every once in a while, when I'm not traveling, and the traveling has been insane over the last couple of months, the traveling and teaching, I like to jump on Wednesdays and just share what is new on the website. I don't know about you guys, but oftentimes it's hard to, without like being able to touch and feel things, it's really hard to see what things look like, especially if you're looking at a mock-up of a pack of die cuts or something like that. So that's what What's New Wednesday is to just show you things so you can get a better feel for what's in the market and what you might be interested in purchasing. There is a link in the description box of the video down below that will take you to the What's New Wage page on my website at laelbymail.com, or you can just go to laelbymail.com, click the blue bar at the top of every page. That takes you to the What's New page. So without further ado, let me quickly check the chat, see who's here. If you are watching live, welcome to you. If you want to hop in the chat, let us know you're here. It's always fun to see who is here. If you're watching live and want to pop in the chat, that'd be awesome. If you are watching the replay, welcome to you as well. Always fun, even if you're watching the replay, if you want to pop into the comments of the video, let us know that you watched the replay. Just kind of fun to know who's here. Either way, whether you're watching live or watching replay, please thumbs up. Thumbs up is super, super, super beneficial and important. All right, so let me check the chat, then we'll flip the cameras and get to why you're here, because I have a lot to share tonight, a lot. I haven't done one of these in forever, and I have probably mounds of products to share. Not tonight. I mean, there'll be some tonight, but we'll keep doing them when I'm not traveling. All right, let's see who we have. Hello, Carrie. Nice to see you. Hi, Tabitha. Sorry. Hi, Ms. L. Not sick, just swallowed wrong, and then losing the voice still. Hello, Ms. L. Hi, Wanda. Nice to see you. Mindy, hello. It's been a while, my friend. Nice to see you. Hi, Heather. Heather said, I love it. Heather's always so funny. She says, hello, Squirrel Squad. Happy Wednesday. Can't wait to see what I'm going to spend my crafty budget on this time. I love that. Love that. Hi, Amy. Amy is here. If you don't know, my dear friend Amy Solomon, my right hand, and lots of other things. She is here as I am sharing new products. She will be popping links in the chat. So if you're watching live and don't want to have to go too far, you just click the link in the chat and it will take you to what I'm showing. And welcome, Amy. Thank you for coming. Hi, Dawn. Nice to see you. Mary J. Blige is in the house. Hey, J-Lo. Nice to see you. Some of you I just saw a couple weeks ago in person. Heather and J-Lo. Hello, Cherie. She's driving home from the grocery store at 9:30 at night. She'll switch to her iPad when she gets home. Yes. If you're the one driving, just be listening. Don't be looking. Even at the stoplight, don't be looking. Hi, Dawn. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Carrie. Carrie just walked her dogs. Good for you. Got a little exercise. And hopefully the dogs will be set for the night now, right? Hi, Louisa. Michelle. Hello. Melissa Ramirez. Carrie said there are so many things in her wish list. Now to see what else gets added. So that brings up a good point. When you are shopping on my website, even if you're just window shopping, right? Window shopping, or I guess screen shopping, there is on every product on my website, there's a little button that says add to wish list. So if you didn't know, You just have to be logged in on the website. And if you add to wish list, you can have a whole wish list of things running that you would like to have one day. Now, what's nice about that, it's nice for you to kind of remember what you had your eyes on, but it's also nice when family or friends or neighbors or pets or I don't know, whoever's buying you a gift comes to you and says, oh my gosh, you're so hard to buy for. Like, what could I get you? Then you say, oh, guess what? You can send them a link to your wish list. Makes it really easy to share, right? Okay. Hello, Marie. Nice to see you. Melissa says she's completed 2 pages in her Creative Listing Traveler's Journal. She loves it. She can't wait to keep going. Melissa, you'll have to remind me, new? Are you new to listing with us? If so, I love that. I love that you caught the bug, which is a great bug to have. Hi, Cindy. Nice to see you. Cindy said it's been a while since she's attended live. It's always nice to have you back. And Brenda, hi, Brenda. Brenda, thank you for the email with the photos. I haven't had a chance to look at them. Haven't had a chance to reply yet either, but thank you for sending that, and I will reply. All right, my friends. And Melissa's new. Yes, Melissa, I'm so happy for you. I love that for you, that you found kind of a new thing to spark your creativity. So, before we go any further, I need to clarify something that I said on Saturday. I can't tell you how many people of you emailed me and said, whoa, hold on. Did I hear what I think I heard? And I don't know how it got misconstrued, but I want to clear the air on this. So, I had mentioned during the live at the very beginning that there was a large manufacturer in the industry who had released to retailers that they were introducing craft storage pouches, just like mine. Yeah. And I said, wah, wah. And somehow that got misinterpreted as I would no longer be selling my Lael by Mel craft storage pouches. That is not the case, believe me. And I apologize for any confusion that caused for concern. I had somebody email me this morning and say, "Oh my gosh, if I need to place an order. If you're not going to be selling this anymore, please tell me because I got to place a big order." That is not the case. So they are a very popular Lael by Mel product. We started working on them 2 years ago, you guys. So we started working on them 2 years ago and launched our first in March of 2024. So they've been on the market forever. They are very much a well-loved and well-used product by you guys. And anyone that comes in contact with them, gets their little hands on them, loves them. So just know they are not going anywhere. Just a manufacturer in the industry decided to jump on that bandwagon, which, you know what do you say? What do you say? It's kind of a bummer. But that is going to be the last that you hear me say of that, okay? Because I don't want to, I don't need to dwell on the negative. I don't need to, I don't need to bring you guys into my drama. I mean, it's not drama. It was just kind of an unfortunate thing. But no worries. I still have them, and they're alive and well. So, in fact, we have a huge order coming. Another reorder. So just know they're still out there. No worries. And I love that you guys, I can see in the chat, you guys are saying all kinds of nice things about the pouches. Jillian loves them. Carrie says yours are amazing, the best she's ever found. Flora said your pouches are my favorite. Wanda said great pouches. No one else can beat them. Yes, and Louisa, thank you. Louisa said we need to support Lael's pouches, and I really appreciate that. It is, I'm just a little guy. Small woman-owned business, and things like that happen. It's just sometimes kind of, it's just kind of sad when it happens. But I know you guys will continue to buy them, and I have no doubt in my mind that they will continue to do well and sell. So if you purchased the pouches in the past, thank you. And just to lay that at rest, no, my pouches are not going anywhere. Sorry about that. Oops. Sorry about that. Jillian said she told a bunch of people at the Portland CKC about them. Thank you, Jillian. And if you guys spread the word about them, yes, I love that too. I love it. All right, friends. So here we go. Heather said she counted all of hers. She has 24 and could easily use more. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. All right, so let's dive in. All right, let's dive in. Let me rotate the camera and let's just dive right in because I have loads of things to share. I will rotate camera and Today was a crazy runaround day. My dad had 2 dentist appointments back to back, and he is in assisted living. He has Alzheimer's, so that's always a little bit more, added to my day. And so I don't know, I was gone for about 5 hours and kind of came in hot this evening and ate something very quickly, and here we are. So I'm glad to be with you guys. I'm glad to have you with me because even though we're not creating, it's still fun, right? It's still fun. Still fun to hang out with you guys. All right, let me just do that. Let's see what we've got going here. All right, we're plugged in and we are ready to roll. So first thing I'm going to share is something you will not see on my website. All right, move that. This you will not see on my website. If this is something, I have very few of these left. This is going to be the project kit that oh, Shelly, thank you. Shelly asked where my sweater is from. It's from Buckle. Buckle. Vicki and I were at the mall when she was here, and we walked into the Buckle, and I bought it. And then Vicki decided she needed it. They didn't have it in her size, so it got mailed to me, and then I took it to her when we were in Texas. But yes, very fun. Thank you. It's kind of a different take on a cheetah, right? Because it's a little bit more gray and tan as opposed to, traditional cheetah colors or cheetah or jaguar. I don't know what that is. Anyhow. All right, so this is my class and my project kit that I taught at the recent Crafting Through the Holidays event in Conroe, Texas. So I have a handful of these left. As I said, this will not be up on the website. I have so few left, it doesn't make sense to photograph everything, put everything on the website, and then, have them sell out quickly. So this project kit is a big one. It is a Traveler's Notebook project kit. It includes the Traveler's Notebook itself, the cover, this little cover. Doesn't include this little guy. This is what someone at that event had given me, and I thought it'd be really fun to just attach it. But it includes stamp set, 2 Traveler's Notebook inserts, loads of product, washi. So we'll take a look at it really quick. And it also comes in the craft storage pouch. This, you guys, is $90. So if you are interested in this after you see me walk through it, just shoot me an email, lailbymail@gmail.com, or go to Lail by Mail and click Contact Us. And Heather and Carrie both took this class from me at the event. So you have your pieces to make your own fun custom little charm for your Traveler's Notebook. As we open up, you are decorating your pockets. You are actually working with 2 different inserts. You're making your own insert and then also a pocket. So in one insert, basically, we go through a ton of different techniques. And so this is kind of like my technique insert. This one will not have a video class that goes with it, but it will have a walkthrough video where I kind of walk you through everything I did. It won't be step by step, but I'll walk you through everything I did. And then it will also include, obviously, the color step-by-step instructions, and then also the PowerPoint presentation that I taught at the event. We always have to make more kits because you never know what's going to happen, and you never quite know how many people are going to sign up. And so I have a couple kits left over. All right, so this one is just lots of techniques, different fun things that you can do in your Traveler's Notebook inserts. Really kind of any insert, lots of pockets and things like that. We also make a fun pocket folder. Then you have the new Thankful Traveler's Notebook themed Thankful Traveler's Notebook gratitude themed insert. Gosh, that's a mouthful, isn't it? So this is part of the kit, but it is also, that insert is also sold a la carte. So you'll see those on the website. But this one, basically this guy is designed for you to document the things that you are thankful for or grateful for. There are 30 pages in here, kind of for 30 days in November. That's when a lot of us are documenting what we're thankful for. But you have all of the product to do decorate all of the pages. Now you have loads of product. So if you want to decorate the pages differently than I did, you certainly could. But there's also a stamp set that comes in the kit, but there's also a stamp set, the same stamp set, that is available a la carte. And that is this Thankful stamp set. So we go through lots of techniques for stamping, for using the same stamp in multiple times, but making it look different, working with your stamps, working with the stickers in the kit, creating borders with the stamps, just lots of fun things. So that guy is all, well, if you purchase the kit, you'll have everything you need to get your traveler's notebook ready to document either every day in November, or maybe it's every couple of days, or maybe it's just when you are feeling thankful about something, you sit down and you take a year to fill it out. Lots of fun, different things with stamping and techniques like that. All right, the last thing that you do is you make your own insert. We made our own insert in class with a lot of the leftover pieces. So we kind of made our own little junk journal insert with acetate and then lots of different pattern papers and then decorated. So like I mentioned, that kit will not be on the website because I only have a handful left. If you're interested in purchasing that, I am so thankful Traveler's Notebook Project Kit, shoot me an email, laelbymail.com, or go to laelbymail.com and click contact us. All right. But as a reminder, these two pieces are also available a la carte. The Thankful Stamp Set and that Thankful, Grateful Traveler's Notebook Insert. All right. So let's see what else we should take a look at. There are so many things. So many things. All right, let's take a look at some books. This big old stacks of books. Hi, Deborah. Brenda said she thought the class was great. We had a lot of fun, you guys. We had a lot of fun with that. And the way that will work, I have 2 people that have already claimed prior to tonight's live. So beyond that, it'll just be kind of as a first come, first served. If you emailed, I will email you back either way and let you know, but just know that that's what's happening. All right, loads of books that I have brought in. The first one is this guy, Extraordinary Things Sticker Book. Now, if you've been doing kind of the junk journaling collage style art with me, I've had these 2 books for quite a while. Extraordinary Things to Cut Out and Collage. This guy, we are just cutting out little pieces and I add them to my list, but some people will take those and make different collages out of them. This one is even more extraordinary things to cut out and collage, so even more, and we've had a lot of fun working some of those things into our lists. Well, there's now a sticker book available. This is a hardcover sticker book. That is probably about 8 by 7 maybe, over 500 stickers. So just makes it a little bit easier instead of having to get out your scissors to get your pieces out. It's a sticker. All right. That one is called Extraordinary Things Sticker Book. All right. Next up, we have this guy. Jumping around a little bit. This guy I used a couple papers from during our listing session on Saturday. This one is called Reminisce. It is a how many pages? 32. 64. This has 64 papers in it. All right. So 32 are 120 GSM and 32 are 250. So the 250, much sturdier as we hear this. Right, you can hear that. So just beautiful paper. I'd been saying on Saturday that unfortunately we had a manufacturer in our paper crafting industry that recently announced that they had closed shop, and that was Photoplay Paper. So more and more I am looking for products that like this that are very, very generic, that don't necessarily belong to a particular collection, that we can use in any of our crafting project, especially our list. So this guy is Reminisce. I'll show you. We used, you won't be able to really see the papers because I more used them as a background, but you can see on Saturday we did an in the news list. And so this was a background paper that I used here. That was actually a background paper, that yellow plaid. And then this script over here was also a background paper. But sometimes you don't need, a lot, but you just need something that's a little bit neutral, and that's what I used there. This little guy doing his breakdancing handstand is juggling the news, because sometimes it feels like the news is very juggled and jumbled, doesn't it? Anyhow, that's from that sticker book that we just took a look at. All right, next up is, I know, Carrie, isn't that so sad? Yes, photo play. Yeah, unfortunately. It's hard times out there, guys. Hard times out there. There are fewer and fewer brick and mortar scrapbook or paper crafting stores. A lot of people are shopping online. A lot of people are not shopping at all. A lot of people are shopping places like Temu and Shein, which, yes, I don't need to say any more about that. But it's like one big circle of life. And so when certain parts start to get pulled out of that circle of life, then the other parts have a hard time existing. So, yeah, very unfortunate, very unfortunate. I know, very sad. And Queen B8 said, "Grr, I love their folios." I will tell you, they did announce that all of their remaining inventory was purchased by scrapbook.com. So if you are Queen Bee, if you're looking for the folios, you might still be able to find them at scrapbook.com. But if you're shopping at a local scrapbook store, I have a few. I have some dies, primarily dies from Photoplay on the website, but that's one of the things that they are no longer. So if you find something that you like from Photoplay, it's a good idea to grab it because it won't be around for long. All right, so this is another sticker book. So again, looking for some products that I can bring in to my website that we can use for lots of different things. They don't necessarily have to go with a particular manufacturer's, like scrapbook collection, right? So lots of fun. I mean, so many stickers in here. So many stickers, and some large, some small. Just really cool, really fun art. This one has, let's see, a treasure trove of 700 stickers. So quite a few. And sometimes you just need a little something. I don't know. Sometimes maybe you need a little frog. Sometimes you need a little frog. Let me just see there if I can get. Is this whole sticker sheet? No, it's not. This frog, hold on. I can feel it. No, hold on. So, this is a sticker on the front. Then the back side is not a sticker. So you will have stickers on the fronts, it looks like, and then the back you can still use it. Actually, the back is still a sticker, right? Because no, wait, hold on. No, the back is a sticker. Don't mind me, friends. Don't mind me. I don't know what I'm doing. This guy is, so this front is not a sticker. However, once I take this piece off, what's left over on the front is still a sticker. So you can pretty much use everything as a sticker. All right. Just kind of a fun, totally different, especially if you're into, love that, things I like, especially if you're into collage and junk journaling. Either one of these or both of these sticker books are just a nice, fun thing to add to your collection. And both of those are nice, sturdy, hardcover books. All right, next up, Amy introduced this to me and she said, "You have to see this, Lael. I think this is really cool." And she told me about it and I'm like, okay, what? I said, I'm going to go online and I'm going to find it and I'm going to look at it because I'm very intrigued by this. This is a reverse coloring book. The book has the colors, you draw the lines. All right, so something like that. I can come in with my little black pen and I can just kind of come in and draw my lines. And then maybe here, I want to go like this. And then maybe I want to add a couple little things here. And then I want to add a couple little things here. But I can just kind of continue and use my black pen to decorate, kind of finish any of these really cool images. So on the website, I have included some images of what these little things kind of look like when they are done. And they're images from the publisher. But if you look at this, so if you see, gives you kind of some ideas, not sure where to start, try some of these ideas and see where they take you. Shading, wiggly lines, flower petals, thin stacked line, tracing colors, square edges. But it gives you all of these kind of different ideas. The nice thing about this kind of reminds me of were they called Zentangles? Zentangles that were really big for a while, or adult coloring books. This is one of those things that if you still want to be artistic and still want to be artsy, but like something like this is so far beyond anything, that I could ever do. But you know what I could do? If I have this as my base, I can come in with my black pen and do all kinds of fun things to it. Then from there, you could use this for whatever you wanted. You could use it, you could trim it down, put it on a traveler's notebook page as a nice background. You could use it on a 12 by 12 scrapbook page. You could use it in a mini book. But I just thought this was such a fun idea. Even something like this, I think would be really fun to give to young kids, because sometimes young kids need to have their mind focused on something and they want to play. And there's something about young kids, they don't have the, oh, I can't do that. Oh, that'll look stupid if I do it. So you give them a pen and kind of show them some examples and have them go to town. I just think it's such a fun idea. And this one is called the Reverse Coloring Book. Amy said oh, perfect. Amy, thank you. Amy went to this product on my website. She uploaded a few of the latest ones she's completed so you can see what you can do with them. I love that, Amy, because it's very cool. And this, just even the cover, you kind of get an idea. So this is how it is plain. And then this is what it looks like once you just get in there and start doodling. Michelle said, I love the reverse coloring idea. I can see it can be very relaxing. That's that first one that we were looking at. So it says, allow the colors to inspire your creativity. But look at that, just a fine black pen, fine tip black pen. I like the little Sharpie. Anyhow, so Amy said, it's fun because you can do it for 10 minutes or 2 hours and pick up right where you left off. So relaxing. Yes. Ms. L, she has said she has several reverse coloring books. Lots of fun. Now, I'd never heard of that. And when Amy, like I said, when Amy introduced that to me, I'm like, this is a really cool idea. Very cool. All right, this new little guy is called Junk Journal Cutout. So just another book like the More Extraordinary Things and Extraordinary Things. Basically just more things that you are using in your collage or using in your junk journaling. All of these are nice because they kind of give you a little introduction on what a junk journal is or what a collage, you know, what kind of collage is. And then you have lots of different things. So this book, you have some patterns that you could use. Lots of patterns, lots of florals there at the beginning, some ferns, just beautiful pieces. And then, as you'll see, our color is going to change here. So that's kind of all the botanicals. Then we get nature. So beautiful. I mean, just really neat things as you are working in kind of your junk journal or your doing your collage journaling. All right. Nature. And then we jump into words and phrases. And these are cut aparts. All right. So these, you just cut them out. They're not stickers. And then we move into moon and space. Moon and space. And then we are into travel. So some beautiful, wonderful travel images there. And then we move into neutral and borders. All right, so this guy is going to have in it 350 timeless images for creative journaling. All right, so if you guys can see, based on some of these things I've been carrying for about the last 9 months, this is, and I'll continue to do my listing like I always have. I'll continue to use other manufacturers' products like I always have. I'll continue to create my own products like I have this year, my own collections. But this to me has just been a really fun, kind of freeing way to still be able to play and not feel like I have so many constraints. And that can be for you too. All right, last up. This one is called Make a Vision Board, a manifesting collage book. This one has 1,000 images to cut out and collage. So, something that's really popular to do at the end of a year is to make a vision board for the following year. So you have a vision board that you put at your desk or in your office or in your creative space, in your car, I guess, wherever you want to put it. That is a kind of a vision of where you would like your life to go. It could be short term. It could be for a year. It could be for 10 years. It could be for your entire life. But this book is designed at the beginning. It kind of talks to you about creating a vision board, visualizing. There's a lot of studies that say if you visualize or manifest the things that you would like to see happen in your life, and you kind of are aware of what you visualize and you're kind of looking at that and it's top of mind on a frequent basis, then, you know, it may be a little bit more likely to happen. So talking about with your vision board, selecting your images, making it, gives you lots of ideas about making it, setting your intentions. So it's just a really cool book. If you've ever thought about making a vision board, but you weren't quite sure where to start, this is a great book for not only kind of helping you decide, there's our little guy, helping you decide what you want to do and where to start, but kind of holds your hand and takes you all the way through it. But then you have all of these cut aparts. And what's different with this book, as opposed to the extraordinary things to cut out collage book, what you see in here is definitely more centered towards maybe a vision board. Now, that's not to say you couldn't use these things in any of your collage making or your junk journals, but there are things that sometimes you have to go in search of if you're doing a vision board from a whole bunch of different magazines that you don't necessarily have to go in search of because they're going to be here in the book for you. All right, so lots of fun things. Maybe you want to have more fun as you're getting older. Maybe you want to throw caution to the wind and do things like wear head to toe leopard, go roller skating with your best friend, right? And obviously it doesn't have to be, something specific like that. Anyhow, lots of kind of backgrounds, and then also lots of just fun images to play with and words as well, right? All right, so that'll give you an idea about vision board. I don't know. I'm not sure if I will do a vision board this year. I'm really toying with it though. But I think I would do it a little bit differently. I think it'd be a vision board in my traveler's notebook as opposed to like a vision board that I put on the wall. Okay, so that wraps up the books. Lots of new books. Those books too, friends, they're great for you, but those are also kind of fun gifts for your crafty friends. Let me take a quick sip of water here. Okay, but nice gifts for your crafty friends. If you get together once a month, you guys are doing junk journaling or anything like that, just a very different type of gift maybe than they would receive, or you might give to them otherwise. Okay, next up, let's take a look at these. I brought in a couple, just 3, new inks. So, Jillian, that would be really fun, Jillian. Jillian said you should do a vision board live towards the end of the year so we could create one together. You know what? I love that idea, Jillian. I think we're going to do that. And we won't do it on a Saturday. We'll do it on a weeknight or something, and we'll have it be really casual. And all of my things are casual, but I love that idea. I think we should do it. All right. So this is a limited edition set of ink from Lisa Horton Crafts. All right. These are metallic ink pads. They are I just lost my word. They are the P word. They are pigment. Oh my gosh, Lil. They're a pigment-based ink. Okay, geez. Yes, they're a pigment-based ink. There are 3 colors, and these are only available in the set. These colors are not sold separately. Heather said, y'all, this ink is amazing. So the 3 colors, solid gold, and these are all metallic. Okay, solid gold, copper pot, and silver shine. So what I did right before we started, I swatched these 3 inks, all right? So I used my Swatch This Ink stamp set, like I do with all of my other inks, but I swatched these 3 inks, so now they're part of my swatches, just so we could see what they look like. So I am going to, you may not be able to see very well. I'm going to try to, oh, there we go. You can see a little bit of that shimmer, right? You see how they're metallic? Beautiful ink, nice, and I call my pigment-based inks juicy. So that is the silver shine. This one is solid gold, like the solid gold dancers in Dionne Warwick. Remember that? My lights are really bright in here too, so that may be playing with things a little bit. And then this one is copper pot. All right. So those 3 inks, those are 3x3 ink pads. All sold as a set, not individually, and they are limited edition. So I don't know how long they'll be around. Queen Bee said the ink is so justice. Queen Bee, I don't know what that means. What does that mean? That's so justice. Louisa, will I be playing with these in a future live? Louisa, I will. And I'll show you what I'll be playing with them with. Two things. Number one, I will be playing with them with these. Oh, Juicy. The ink is so justice. Got it. I'm like, what? I must be really old. I'm not like hip anymore. I don't know what the new terms are. Juicy. Yes. And you know what? I'll just show them to you too. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That's the copper. You can even see kind of that sparkle in there. That one's the copper. That is the gold. And this is the silver. You couldn't see. That's funny. All right. Okay. So I'll be using them with a couple different things. I don't know if I will be stamping with them. I'll play. I need to play around and see what it will look like stamping. I think what I'll be doing is I think I'm going to be using some stencils, Louisa. So these little guys, these mini blending brush set. This is a set of 3 mini blending brushes from Spellbinders. They're 3/8 of an inch, 3/16 of an inch, and 1/8 of an inch. These, the price point on these, you guys, is really good. I think it's $4.99 for those 3 brushes. So if I take, and I won't do this tonight because I haven't played yet. And you know me, I'm not mixed media. I'm not mixed media Martha. I'm plain Jane, only use white Lael. But so I need to play. I don't dare play without, I can't play live with that. I can play live with a lot of things, but I don't dare play live with that. But I think what I will be doing, I've brought in a couple of different stencils from Tim Holtz. These two, this guy right here is called Sparkle. It is a sparkle layering stencil, and I thought that would be perfect, right? Perfect for maybe the gold or the silver, right? Using the little brushes. This other one right here that also kind of has little stars, this one is the Starry layering stencil. All right. And then this one is Festive layering stencil. All right. So I will be playing with those. Oh boy, Lizzie. Someone just texted me. Can I call you for a second? No, I can't answer. Hopefully she doesn't. Hang on one second, you guys. Hold on. Okay. Because if she calls, we're going to have a problem. Hang on. Let me just try. I'm going to try to text her from my watch very quickly. Hold on. Sorry, comma, doing a live, period. I will call you when I am done later tonight. Okay. Whew, hopefully she doesn't call, because that'll wreak havoc with our little thing here. It'll interrupt us. Okay. So anyhow, 3 stencils, the mini blending brush set, and that set of Lisa Horton Crafts metallic pigment-based inks. All right, now, kind of along those same lines, but not. I saw these and I thought, I don't even know what I'm going to use these for, but I have to have them. I know, I'll use them in my December documented, my mini book project kit once December rolls around. These are glitter. 2 different bottles of glitter from Tim Holtz. They're both called Rock Candy. This one is Rock Candy Chunky. Let's just see. I'll just try to get a little bit on here. I don't want to get a lot. Let's see. So you can see that kind of chunkier pieces, right? Chunky. Oh, I'm going to have glitter everywhere now. All right. That's not too bad. That is chunky. Kind of get a feel for that there. And that is, let's see, how many ounces is that? 4.7 ounces. That is a lot of glitter. All right. And then this one is clear. All right. So this is just much smaller. Yep. Lizzie Lou. I know, right? So Jillian, it's interesting. I do have it. I do have it set to do not disturb. And actually, if she called, it wouldn't come through. What comes through, I've learned, is anyone on your like special list. Like I have family, kids, my parents are on the special list that can get through during a do not disturb. That's usually when that happens. All right. All right. And then this is just kind of your clear, just much smaller, right? So kind of your regular clear glitter and then your chunky. I've reordered those already. I've also already reordered these guys too, because they went, my first order went pretty quick. All right. So we're going to transition. Well, we're going to continue our walk down Tim Holtz Lane with 1, 2, 3 more products from Tim Holtz. This guy. This is the Christmas Noel sticker book. Every year for the past, I don't know how many years, he has come out with sticker books specific to Christmas. Now, if you know me, you know how much I love my Tim Holtz. Oh, I forgot. I reorganized a couple things, so it's not there. My Tim Holtz small talk stickers, the word strip stickers that I use on so many different things. So this is going to be similar, but it's kind of like your word strip stickers on steroids. So this guy has 490 stickers. You're going to have a combination of your word strips that are holiday themed. Couple sheets there. Whoopsie. 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets there. Oh, 5 sheets. There are 10 sheets in the sticker book. 5 sheets of your word strip stickers. And then you have a sheet of your borders and your labels. Then you have 2 more sheets of word strip stickers, but these are a little bit larger and they're colored. We have red and green. The sayings on each of these are the same, just different colors. And then you've got some fun little vintage small icon stickers and some fun little vintage kind of little label stickers. All right. So that is the Christmas Noel sticker book. Now, if you missed the announcement much earlier this year, Tim Holtz is no longer developing new products. So anything that has come out, I'm trying to remember when he did that, anything that has come out the latter part of the year, especially these guys, this will be, from what we understand, these were already in the works. So he is no longer introducing new products, all right? So these guys, Christmas Noel word strip stickers. Then there are 2 packs of ephemera. We have the Christmas Emporium layers and the Christmas Noel ephemera pack. So let's look at this guy first. A whole bunch of my trays. I have no idea where they have wandered off to. Hello, Serenity. Popped into chat while watching on TV. Had to get my wish list going with the links. I love that you guys can add things to your wish list, right? It's screen shopping, window shopping. All right, so this pack, this is the ephemera pack. There are 132 pieces. Vintage ephemera, right? Like we see from Tim Holtz. Just fun vintage ephemera pieces. So these would be great to work into really any of your Christmas or holiday themed projects, whether you're working in a traveler's notebook or a December daily, December documented. Cards, definitely great for cards. We tend to do Christmas cards, or lots of cards around Christmas, right? So just lots of great little pieces, different sizes, labels, Christmas trees, cute little deer. You can see this image on my website. So you will see that. You can get a better feel for all of those 125 pieces. But so many fun pieces in there. All vintage, beautiful vintage artwork. Like, love that little ticket. Special delivery. So fun. Even right there, it's got the little part cut out. So lots of great pieces there. If you were a Tim Holtz lover or you are a vintage lover, this is a new set for the year. He has been doing sets like this for the last little while. But this is a new set for this year. That's the ephemera pack. All right, so now I'm going to, okay, we're just gonna move this. Move that, and we'll take a look at, it's warm in here in my sweater. Woo! Fan myself. All right, friends, if you are watching and you haven't hit the thumbs up yet, get your little thumb going there. The Christmas Emporium layers. So there are 84 pieces in here. Now these pieces are quite a bit larger, right? But look at the frames. Sparkling tinsel icicles, some smaller little labels like what we saw in that sticker book. Your snow, if you are like a vintage lover, this box normally has really cool like snowflakes in it. Christmas double glow snow. If you follow Tim Holtz at all, you'll see in his studio, he has the actuals of these, like boxes with the actual product in it. Holiday popcorn balls, just fun, larger pieces, right? These pieces are going to be much larger. than the other pack that we just looked at, your old-fashioned ornaments. Again, great to work into really all of your Christmas projects. So cute. Happy time tree ornament hangers. Lots of vintage packaging, and that's really what most of these things are, from vintage packaging. Snowflakes, ornament hangers. Look at how fun that is. Reflecto light, treetop. Anyhow, loads of pieces in there. What did I say? 84 pieces. I like that it has kind of some non-traditional Christmas colors in it there, like the blue. This would work great for winter. Doesn't have to be Christmas. This guy would also work for winter if you decided to cut that top part off, right? So not everything has to be Christmas. Most everything is, but you could extend it a little bit past its Christmas life into winter. All right, so there we go, friends. Couple more frames. That is just really cool, right? And you know what that is from. Like, this was probably a box of ornaments that had a clear plastic piece right here, so you could see the nice little shiny ornaments and baubles in through the box, right? All right. Oh gosh, look at tons of pieces here. All right, let's get these guys out of the way. So those are the new products that I brought in from Tim Holtz. The sticker book, both sets of glitter, and then both of the ephemera packs. One is layers and the other is ephemera. All right. So now let's move on to, just try to keep this in some sense of order here. This little guy is done, so I can move this out of here. Let's move on to, oh yes, the one thing that we have left. And the one thing we have left is a very large thing. This is Vicky's, Vicky Bouton's Curiosities in Willow Grove collection. So if you have not seen this, it is amazing. It's amazing. I used it on Saturday in my About Last Month list for the month of September. That is a piece of pattern paper from one of the paper packs. That is also a piece of pattern paper from one of the paper packs. The leaves from the die cut packs. The ruler from another one of the ephemera packs. Even this little guy, I stamped my camera stamp and then used the die and then used a circle punch to cut out the center of that camera and then used a little piece of vellum from one of her embellishment packs behind the camera. So, but this collection has so many different facets to it. Well, you know, Vicky, she's just hit it out of the ballpark once again. So let's take a look at a couple things to start with that are not really part of the collection. And that would be these two guys. So these are called Irresistibles. This is another thing that I need to play with before we use them together. What's really cool about these Irresistibles, they're rub-on transfers. They are white. They resist wherever the white is. So if I took my ink and I inked over, let's say that word thankful, I would have ink all around the outside of thankful, and then thankful would resist the ink. All right, so very cool concept. There are two packages here. These guys are Irresistible Focus, so a little bit more generic. These guys are Curiosities. So you can see all of these on my website. But when we look at the backside, that is kind of what that Irresistible does. It resists the ink. So wherever that white is, so we see like that little spider web there, I ink around that and over it, it resists the ink. So just really cool. Kind of makes it look like you have a white rub-on. Okay, so two of those. We also have kind of outside of the collection. This is also a little bit more of a generic product. These are documented frame necessities. So when we look at the back side of that package, you have all of those different frames. There are 81 pieces in that pack. So your frames are fun for obviously framing your photos, framing your journaling. There's some word strips and different words in here that you can work into lots of different projects. So those are the documented frame necessities. Hello, Sarah Schrader. Nice to see you. Yes, the Irresistibles are really cool. But like I said to you guys, I have to play with them a little bit myself before I do it on camera. because I am not a mixed media person. But Vicki had talked to me a lot about those when they were developing them, and she said, "Lael, I think you're going to really like these, and I think your people are going to really like these because since I am not much of a mixed media person, many of you, not all of you, but many of you are also not necessarily mixed media people, right?" She said, "I think you're really going to like these, and I think your people are really going to like these Irresistibles because they give a really cool effect, but it's not really mixed media. We're just using our inks that we already have." I will play with them once I play with them. In fact, I think we'll probably use those, some of those this Saturday during our listing session because I've got a Halloween list that I have planned. All right, next up, I haven't even opened this guy yet. Noteworthy Spiral Notebook. So this is just a 6 1/4 by 8 notebook, little spiral notebook. This would be fun if you wanted to do a little bit of junk journaling or even a little bit of collage. Small, so you can kind of dip your toe in that junk journaling or collage style if you'd like. But this has, every page in here has pattern on it. So as we open that up, that's the cover. You have a little pocket here that you can put things. You have a pocket here that you can slide things in as well. You have different tabs. Now, you could add pages, right? We could add pages using what? We could add pages using our tip-in tape, right? So this could get really nice and chunky if you wanted, but just kind of a nice, fun base to play with. Same on the back side, you have that back side pocket / pocket with another pocket there that you can put things into. That is the Journal Essential 6 1/4 by 8 notebook, spiral notebook. All right, now let's dig into the meat of, those were all kind of outside of the Curiosities in Willow Grove collection. Now we will dig into Curiosities in Willow Grove. Since this is on the top, I'm going to start with this one, especially as we are getting close to Halloween. This is a like collection pack, an assortment pack that is Halloween. So there's really no other Halloween in the Curiosities in Willow Grove collection. This guy is kind of everything that you need for Halloween. So you basically just buy this and you've got Halloween covered. It includes 1 laser cut cardstock sheet, 2 die cut cardstock sheets, 1 cardstock sticker sheet, 12 double-sided papers, 2 each of 6 designs, plus an exclusive bonus print on the back side of the cover. So let's look. Let's look. Heather said it's yummy. She said it is, you add pages by expanding the spiral wire. Queen Bee, you could expand the spiral wire. The spiral wire can only get so big though, right? All right, so as we look, that's the exclusive pattern I think she was saying that's on the back of the cover. We have the 2 sheets each of 6 designs, but everything double-sided, right? Look at that. Beautiful, right? Beautiful, beautiful. And you guys know, or hopefully you know, 49 and market paper, nice, sturdy. This guy, beautiful plaid, black plaid, with just kind of a text on the back with some art. Your bats and spider webs with a nice orange diagonal stripe on the back. I haven't looked at any of this other than, I haven't looked at any Halloween other than when I bought it. And then a little bit of Curiosities in Willow Grove that I played with on Saturday. Nice large kind of distressed circles and words written in color with kind of like a, looks almost like a black color wash on top of it. You have a beautiful stripe, nice distressed stripe. A damask on the back side. Nice grid or ledger there with Starry Night on the back. That is, those are our 6 papers, right? 2 each of 6 papers. These are your laser cuts. So if you're not familiar with the 49 Market laser cuts, this is a great example. Look at that. You see how fine that is? I mean, that is crazy because it's cut with a laser. Very different than die cuts. The amount of detail that you can get when you're cutting with a laser, like look at that tree. Isn't that amazing? Amazing. All right. Let's see. Heather said she bought a lot too. She said, I usually don't like Halloween theme because it's too cutesy for my taste, but this is lovely, right? This is not cutesy Halloween at all, right? These are your die cuts, all right? So your die cuts in general, kind of in general, your die cuts have a white border around them, whereas your laser cuts are extremely fine and intricate, right? Much more level of detail in the laser cuts as opposed to the die cuts. You have a second sheet of die cuts there. And you have your sticker sheet. All right, so that is the Halloween assortment pack. None of that is sold a la carte. All of that is only available in that assortment pack. So makes it super easy. If you're like, ooh, I think I'd like to do Halloween. I think I'd like to do something with Halloween. Grab that, add to cart, super easy because it's just one pack and you've got everything in there. So I think it's so smart, right? It's so smart. All right, so that is the Halloween assortment pack. Now let's dive into it. So what we are looking at here is a bag. This bag is the big bundle. All right, so the big bundle, if you're not familiar, I offer a big bundle of products with a number of different manufacturers where I am basically having my team package all in one bag a number of products from the collection. And when you buy it that way, you get 15% off. The 10 or 15? 10? 10? Oh gosh, now I don't remember. Amy, help me. Will you let me know if it's 10 or 15? I can't remember. Amy will keep me on track. Anyhow, so you can buy the big bundle where you basically just hit add to cart and buy the big bundle, or you can buy all of these pieces individually a la carte. So I'm going to start to pull them out and we will look at them a la carte. Let's start with this guy first. This is these are the 12 by 12 papers. There are a couple of different paper packs that we're going to take a look at. 3. The starters, the papers, and then the backgrounds. These guys, thank you, 15% off. All right, so these are the 12 by 12 paper patterns, 24 sheets, includes 12 double-sided papers, 2 of each design. I was saying this on Saturday. To me, Vicki does this like no other. Vicki has such a knack for putting patterns together in her collections that can really be used for anything. Now, even some of the Halloween ones could be used for anything besides Halloween. But a lot of times we are looking for just generic art that we can use in our paper crafting, in our card making, in our list making, that we don't want it to be Christmas specific, or we don't want it to be summer specific. And that's what you will see in this collection, the Curiosities in Willow Grove. Just beautiful, nice ferns, nice neutral background there. And I'm going to I'll see if I can do this, try to get as much as I can show you because it's 12 by 12. All right. A nice, beautiful kind of eggplant, aubergine, damask, ledger. I love these little guys. They kind of look like avant-garde dandelions with some nice newsprint in the back. Nice kind of tone-on-tone little pattern there. Beautiful florals. I love that. Look at the yellow, kind of the little kind of flowers. Large circles, but look how cool the circles are with the book text in the back, script in the back, some art in the back. Nice purple. A little bit of vintage ephemera there. So A sides versus B sides. B sides are going to be more neutral for us. Circles with text book text inside the circles. Beautiful teal there. This guy, that wreath, you know what we're doing with that, right? That wreath, basically taking all of the die cuts and it's suited for that, right? When you look at this paper, you're like, well, that's so plain. Well, it's plain on purpose. So we can take the die cuts and start layering all of our die cuts and laser cuts and even rub-ons around that wreath. Nice light blue script. Beautiful butterflies, so pretty. Beautiful pink damask. Library cards in different colors. That's the one I used, right? But I used it in the 6x8 pad. That beautiful falling leaves. Green. Here is another. You could use this as a wreath again if you wanted to add things all around that looking glass. Beautiful stripe. I'm such a sucker for a good stripe. I love that one. And then the patterns repeat again. All right. So that is the 12 by 12 paper pad. You will also see this image on my website, so you can see kind of all of those papers as you're looking at the different papers in each of the different paper pads. All right. So let's keep on with that. Let's now look at the starters paper pack. So you guys, the starters, this is such a cool idea. When Vicki started working with 49 and Market, it was big secret. You know, we've been friends for a long time. She reached out, we were talking about what she was doing, and she was showing me everything. This was back when she was doing Flower Emporium. And she said, I have this idea. I think it makes sense in the industry to have regular pattern papers, but then also have something, and she ended up calling them starters. And your starters are kind of the bases for, if you're a 12 by 12 scrapbooker, kind of the bases for a lot of your pages. So your starters pack has 10 double-sided heavyweight cardstock sheets, one of each design, all right? And then you also have the pattern again on the back. This guy, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. As we look at some of these could be used together like that, right? Back sides. I'm going to show you the ones that, like we put these two together. There's your starters, right? There are your starters. There's your layout. There's your double-sided, or excuse me, 2-page 12 by 12 spread, right? Your starters, your basics that you start with. But basics a little bit more than your plain old Jane cardstock paper, right? Cardstock, or your plain old Jane, maybe small tone on tone dot, right? So when you see things like that, there's not a lot that you have to do, right? Kind of a lot of that work's already done for you. And then you have something like this. That's a beautiful starter as well. I could take that starter, all set for my 4x6 photos, match it with that guy, or match it with that guy, right? This one, of course, is another gorgeous. Those two could go together, right? So all the starters are meant to be your bases or your backgrounds, but just kind of on steroids, right? Beautiful backs there. This guy, so this guy, I'm trying to remember which one this one went with. Oh, here we go. Backside of this one. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? There you go. There's your, I mean, you don't have to do much there. Now, of course, we want to do more, but you can add your photos and then start adding your different layers. But to have all of that done for you already just sometimes makes life so easy, right? Makes life so easy. Beautiful patterns on the back sides of those. Some fun tags that you can incorporate. Your cut apart 3x4s. And your cut apart 4x6s. Yes. Very well thought out, Heather. Very, very well thought out. And I will tell you, because this just happened, when Vicki was here in September, she came out to visit and we had lots of fun and did sightseeing and shopping. But we also both worked, and we both really worked a lot. And so we're both sitting at the counter in the kitchen, and she was working with her designer. And they are, Vicki's looking at all the artwork online at her next collection. And, I saw her, like how her brain thinks. And it's just fascinating to me because my brain does not even comprehend anything like this. I can use it. Believe me, I can use it and I can sell it. But to think of like conceptualizing it, it just blows my mind. She's one incredibly talented woman. Carrie, it is. I love that. National park excursions. Yes, I agree. In fact, Nick and I, this Saturday, after we do our listing, the second that I'm done, noon Pacific time is going to hit, and I'm going to turn us off, and then we are going to, we're going to go in Herbie, our RV, for a couple days. All right, last up, this is the Staples paper pack. So you have starters that are kind of your bases, and then your staples. So your staples, all of your cardstock is now matched for you, right? Because it's also from 49 and Market. So if you're looking for photo mats or looking for bases to some of your projects, all match to the colors in the collection. What's really cool about these, what are these called again? Hold on. The staples, thank you. This particular pack of staples, do you see kind of, and it's not really texture, just the art looks like it's textured. It looks like it's kind of tweed. Very cool. Love that. So it's flat, but it looks like it has the texture. Now, what's fun with this paper pack? This paper pack works for both Curiosities in Willow Grove and the Halloween add-on. All right. So They have also matched the 49 and Market inks colors that they did with Ranger. And I believe, Amy, you'll have to correct me, but I think we have those. I know we have the inks on the website, but I think we have listed what colors go, what color of inks, the 49 Market inks go with this collection as well. But look at that beautiful rainbow. Isn't that just stunning? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful colors. All right, those are the staples. Staples, and that's the back side. Love that green and the blue. Oh, such good colors. And they're great colors for lots of different things, right? You could see using something like that really with any project. Doesn't have to stick with Curiosities and Willow Grove. Yes, beautiful colors, Brenda. I agree. All right, now let's dig into, we'll really quickly look at the 6x8 paper pad. So those of you that are working more in smaller size. Now, of course, you can cut up the 12x12s. The difference between the 12x12s and the 6x8, even if it's the same pattern, is that the pattern is scaled in a smaller size. So when we grab the 6x8 paper pack, 24 sheets, 12 double-sided sheets, 2 of each design. So as you see, like that guy, we saw the tags in the starters pack, but they were smaller, or excuse me, bigger. We also saw the stars in the Halloween pack, but that paper was bigger, right? This is scaled. The pattern is scaled. Not only is the pattern smaller, but the pattern, or the size smaller, but the pattern is scaled down to fit in a smaller sheet. This guy, right? Look at that. That we saw that large looking glass in the 12x12 size, but it's nice and smaller, scaled for our 6x8. All right, so you're going to see a mixture in this paper pack of the starters, of the staples, and of the just the patterns. All right, so basically we're seeing a mixture here of pieces and patterns from all 3 of the paper packs in the 6x8. So you get a nice assortment there, right? Nice kind of cross section. So I did, like I mentioned, I used that to stamp and die cut the camera from the list that we did on Saturday, right there. And then used that beautiful leaf pattern in this paper pack as well. Somewhere over the rainbow. I know it's here because, oh, there we go. Beautiful. And what's nice about your 6x8s is that you only have to trim a little bit of them off if you are working in a traveler's notebook, like I did. The purple, yes, Brenda said the purple is beautiful. It's hard to find a good purple in paper crafting. You know why, Brenda? Purple does not sell. It's funny, I have been in this industry for a very long time. I've been paper crafting for 28 years. But I have worked for 3 different manufacturers also over that time. And I will tell you, because I know from 3 different manufacturers' perspectives since 2005, so for 20 years, purple does not sell. People say they want purple collections, but then they don't sell. People also say they want boy or male themed collections, and then they also don't sell. Kind of interesting if you ever wondered why there is a shortage of purple and male or kind of boy themed collections. That's why, because they don't sell. All right, so now let's take a look at all of the rest of the goodies. So many goodies in here. Some of these things I won't open. We'll just kind of take a look at the back of the package and the front of the package. These are the chipboard bits. So words plus a few small little kind of phrases and labels and some really dinky little tiny stars worked in there, but those are your chipboard pieces. So 85 chipboard pieces. Those are all Vicky's own handwriting, obviously, except for like this week, happiness, splendor, always, but just nice, good, generic. So these are great for really anything. These are not even specific to the collection when you think about it, because these are black writing with white backgrounds. So you can keep those around for a really, really, really long time. Well, hopefully you use them so they're not around for a long time, but you know what I mean by that. So love this, grateful, choose, awesome, thankful, best, story, photo, captured, news, chapter, forward, for, moment, and the list goes on and on and on. 85 chipboard pieces. And these, you guys, These, I know sometimes if you're working like in a traveler's notebook, you are a little bit hesitant to use chipboard because it adds a little bit too much bulk. Look how thin those are. So it's almost more like a thick sticker as opposed to like chipboard that we're used to, right? So very thin, still gives you the nice sturdiness of chipboard, but it's not giving you the bulk. All right, so those are the chipboard bits. Then let's move into, let's take a look at, how about the laser cuts? Now let's look at the rub-ons. I think that's what I have next. So remember, you can get the collection, the Curiosities and Willow Grove collection is a big bundle. And that would give you everything that we've seen or we're going to see with the exception of the Halloween pack, the Halloween add-on pack. That is separate, not part of the big bundle. All right, so we have two packs of rub-on transfers. All right, so the rub-ons are 6 by 12, 3 sheets in each pack. And this pack that we're looking at, these are the essentials. All right, essentials. So you have lots of the beautiful butterflies. Look on the back here. We have the butterflies. You have the words and phrases, and then you have kind of these layered little nature pieces. All right, so it kind of give you a feel right there. So those are the rub-ons. Stunning. I love, love, love using 49 and Market rub-ons. Then we have the blendables. So the blendables, and there's really no difference between the names, the essentials and the blendables. They're rub-ons, right? You can layer rub-ons on top of each other. So if you wanted to put like one of these guys down and then put a word or phrase on top of it, kind of like this. Do you see how the doing all the things is there and it is layered on top of another rub-on? So you have kind of your little bit more generic little art pieces there, backgrounds, and then you have all those lovely words and phrases, all right? So those are the blendable rub-ons. I'm just going to open up one of these so you can see, all right? Let's see, let's see, let's see. Carrie said the rub-ons are her favorite 49 and Market SKU. I agree, Carrie. I agree. I agree. I will tell you guys something fun, and I have kind of dropped hints about this in a couple of different lives that I've done. We have rub-ons in production right now, and they will be released as part of Season Pass going forward. Season Pass will have rub-ons. And then there's some fun generic rub-ons coming out as well. So if you are a rub-on fan, something for to look forward to from Lael. All right, so there are your sheets, just so you can kind of get a feel for the size and the scale, 6 by 12. What's nice about these two, if you are predominantly working in a traveler's notebook, most of these will fit the width of your traveler's notebook page. Even something like this, the journey, you could spread across 2 pages or have it go, along, have it go vertically along one of your edges. There are those beautiful, these just, see you guys are people like me that not mixed media and definitely not a sewer with sewing machine on my paper crafting products. I love this kind of product from 49 and Market because it looks like I have mad mixed media and sewing skills. So it looks like I got out my, I don't know, maybe my watercolor pencils and worked a little bit there and then put a little bit of book paper, maybe put some gesso on top of that and then did a little sewing. We don't have to do any of that, right? Especially with the rub-on, you rub it on and it looks like it is printed on the paper. Really cool. And then there's another one, your little backgrounds there. Alrighty, so those are the 2 rub-on packs. Now let's take a look at the laser cuts. No, let's jump into stickers first. Stickers, 2 6 by 12 sheets in your sticker pack. So we're going to have 177 pieces or stickers in your sticker pack. So let me just get these, see if I can get these guys tucked back in. Oh, it's been a crazy week here, my friends. Well, I've been traveling so much and I'm back for about 2 weeks now, but now getting ready for the next event that I'm teaching at, which is the Lizzie Lou Christmas Bash that is coming up in November. So lots of boxes getting packed and product getting packed and ready to send out. Lily, one of the ladies that works for me, it's her birthday yesterday, so she took Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off and went out of town. And then Denise, another lady that works for me, that kind of picks and packs. Lily and Denise do all of your orders and kitting and things. She had some family issues come up. So guess what? I'm like back to the basics. Yesterday and today, Yesterday I was picking some orders, which I haven't done in forever, and I was also kitting some kits. So you know what? I appreciate them every day, but it certainly made me appreciate them this week, right? All right, so here are the two 6x12 cardstock sticker sheets. Just, you know, nice, beautiful, goes with the collection for sure. But again, there's so many things in this collection that you guys that are just great for whatever, right? They can stick with the collection, but they can also be used on their own. Just beautiful, and so many great word strips stickers there as well. Those are the stickers. Okay, where's my sticker package? I don't know. I've been by myself a lot. You would think that I would. Oh, here we go. You'd think that I would have a voice. Cindy. I mean, my voice wouldn't be so scratchy. Cindy, it is at the same hotel. You gonna come see me again? I hope so. Shoot me an email, Cindy, and I'll tell you when it is, and then if you need a refresh on where it is. All right. So let's see. This is like never ending. There's so many great products in this collection, you guys. 2 packs of laser cuts. Laser cuts, I love, 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 love them. I like to use them by themselves, but I also like to layer them on top of the rub-ons. So 2 packs. You have the laser cut elements and the laser cut foliage. So let's look at the elements first. Each of these you have 4. They're actually 6x13, not 6x12. Everything that we've been looking at this size is 6x13. So I've got to be very gentle with these when I open them up. Sometimes they want to just pop right out because they're so intricate. Look at that. You see my hand through there. That is the intricacy of that cut is amazing. Just absolutely amazing. You look at those border strips there and look at kind of the little lace. It's fantastic. I mean, it really makes it look like you have really taken lace and some paper and did a little bit of stitching. You don't have to do any of that. All you have to do is get out your adhesive and stick it down. So 2 of the 4 sheets in the laser cut elements. And then this guy. When you are pulling these out and pulling them away from the sheet, you just want to be really gentle, all right? So something like this, that wreath, you just want to be really gentle. If you pull too hard, you know what happens if we pull too hard, right? So just be gentle as you're pulling them out. All right, so those guys are, and also be gentle when you are putting them back in the package, all right? Putting them back in the package. All right, so, and I am one of the most impatient people you've ever met in your life, so I will let Lily and Denise tomorrow. They should both be here tomorrow. I will let Lily and Denise tomorrow put that back in for me. Otherwise, it's going to be a mess. All right, laser cut foliage. So the laser cut foliage, this is where you have all of your florals and your ferns and your mushrooms. And when we talk about how, I think how brilliant this collection is and how the longevity of these things. So all of this could be used for fall, but all these things could be pulled out in spring. I mean, really, I could use this collection year round in any of my projects. And like I said, it's great to have Christmas themed things. It's great to have travel themed things, but sometimes we just need things that are generic. And so this collection does a great job at bringing forward lots of just generic, and when I say generic, I mean flowers and ferns and things like that, but not with a specific theme, right? Beautiful. Like, look at this fern. Look at that fern. I mean, it just blows my mind how this even works. Stunning. All right, so those are 2 of the 4 laser cuts from the foliage. And here are the other 2. Like, look at the fern and look at the feather. I'm like, what is that? This thing, I'm gonna have to pull this out because this is freaking amazing. But be gentle, Leo. Be patient. Look at this one. Good things are coming. Isn't that so awesome? Actually, it looks better when I don't put my hand behind it, but it's so cool. Almost looks like we got our silhouette out and, got really creative. All right, laser cuts. That brings us to the ephemera. There are 3 packs of ephemera. Let's start with this one. I think this one is my favorite. Although I'll get to the next one and I'll be like, I think this one is my favorite. This one is the foiled die cut assortment. There are 107 pieces in this pack. The foiled die cuts. So some are foiled and some are vellum. Some are acetate. So you kind of have a nice mix of types of die cuts here. Foiled, you have the gold foil. All right, so we look at like these guys, like this one, acetate, right? So acetate is going to be generally your clear, but this is also foiled, all right? You have this one's acetate. You have vellum, so our little number there, vellum, this guy, vellum, right? So a little bit of transparent. Another really cool vellum with gold foil. But all of the, oopsie, those kind of color swatches. Color swatches. But these things, you guys, obviously can be used by themselves. But look at, even if I just add like that little guy there, and then maybe I put this little guy coming out, just the layering, the layer ability of these pieces, just stunning, right? And then I'd probably put, maybe, I don't know, I might put something like this down here that said, no, it's so special. And then nice little cluster of pieces there. Maybe we would add something else over here like this, right? So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And that could be the mainstay of whatever it is I'm working on. I only had to throw a few pieces in there and then I'm off and running, right? Okay, so lots of different words and phrases, new experiences, but look how cool those letters are. Those letters have pattern behind each of them. Very cool. Anyhow, you can see this image on the website, my website, and you can see all those amazing pieces in there. But you've got a nice, good cross section, like I said. So remember when I showed you this, and I told you I had stamped with my camera stamp on the pattern paper, and then I used a 1.5-inch circle punch to punch out the center. That is what I used behind that little, so I adhered it behind that camera. Just kind of fun thing to play with the vellum, right? So many great pieces in there. All right. And then there's also that little acetate piece that I used, that little ruler. All right. So those are the foiled die cut assortment, 107 pieces there. All right, let's look next at the icons and titles. Icons and titles. Add that to my stack on the floor. There are 152 pieces. You guys, look how big that package is compared to my hand. That package is huge. Which, one of the things I love about Vicki, and I tell her this to her face, she knows all these things, that she's one of us. She uses the product. And there is a huge difference with someone who just designs product and then someone who designs product based on how they use it, right? Sometimes you get product and you're like, how is this even supposed to work? Like that scale is so big or that scale is so teeny. Why is everything so small? Vicki uses all the product, and so she's got she has a very good perspective on what she feels like is needed. So nice. Some of these pieces have a really nice scale. Look how cute our little owl is. Some smaller. So they work in lots of different sized things. Even something like this. All of these things you could totally work and use in a traveler's notebook. Your little stack of books there, more feathers, a little mouse, fern, loads of leaves. I mean, how many pieces? 152. So many pieces. Love the mushrooms, right? The flowers. These, the cloche. And what's so cool about these, when Vicki introduced Flower Emporium, she talked a lot about this. Right here, some of her pieces have a little slit in them, right? So on a cloche like this, this is in real life, this is a glass cover. This is a base, this is a glass cover. Your glass cover pulls off and you set things on the base and then you put the glass cover back on, right? Well, you can with the little slit right there. Let's see, what would I put in there? Let me look. Well, really, I could put anything in there. what if let's just put this little guy, we're going to put this little man in here. This little guy can slide right in there, right? He slides right into that little slit. And there are a number of her products, and she does this in all of her collections. She did some really cool things also in her Christmas collection. A mailbox in her Christmas collection. We haven't even done a What's New Wednesday on that one yet. Hang on, I'm just grabbing a couple pieces here. A mailbox that you can slide letters in. Right? So this would be like all the things that are in our little clothes here. Right? Maybe we might do something like that right down below it. But I love that. Again, because she designs product, but also uses the product, she knows how fun something like that might be and how it might be used. Oh, here's a little guy too. Our little guy could go in there. Maybe he'd be better suited so he's not so giant in there. Anyhow, those are the icons and titles ephemera set. We didn't really look at any of the titles. So nice size on some of these titles. Observations from this day, see the good in things. If you work in a 6x8 album, these would be great for that. Obviously your 12x12 scrapbook pages. Again, if you are using a traveler's notebook, some of these are going to be a little bit wide, but this is how I would use them. I would either do something like this and have it span like both pages, or use it somewhere over like this, right? Along one of the sides. Good night, Paula. I probably missed her. Let's see. Brenda says that is one thing that drew me to Vicki. She uses her product as well as encourages us to use it, right? That's important, isn't it? Product does us no good if we're just collecting it, right? I mean, it makes us happy. We got that little dopamine hit when we bought it. But then if it just sits there, it's not doing us any good, right? We should use it. All right, last but not least, we have the journaling bits set, 100 pieces here. So these are going to be more word focused as opposed to icon focused. Lots of great pieces in this little guy as well. Different size, different scale, some little clips. That looks like a little mustache, a little mustachio. Right? Little mustache there. Two mustache, or parentheses, right? Wake up with a purpose, fall asleep with a dream. Oh, I love those. A couple of notes, these simple things to remember, different numbers. Those are our little clips, right? Your little clips. So you can pull that piece out and then, do something like this. Maybe put this little guy here and then maybe put this little guy right there, right? Little clip. Or like that. Ooh, that's your cross section of a tree. That one's fun. Again, so other than when I ordered it and clicked order on the website, I have not looked at really any of these pieces in depth. Capture the moments, currently living the dream, happiness. Those are fun clippies. Anyhow, lots of numbers. Love it when she does an open book like that. Open book like that, usually what I do if I use that. Again, something like this, where I would use it across my Traveler's Notebook spread like that. Alrighty, my friends. So that was a whirlwind evening, and we definitely went very quickly through all of those products in the Curiosities in Willow Grove collection. I am going to turn on the overhead light. I'm going to move these little lights so I don't look like deer in the headlights. And I am going to rotate the camera and we will say our goodbyes. Because everything I showed you. Oh, there's one more thing. This guy, the album or the binder kit. All right. So this binder kit has 2-inch rings. I'm not going to open it, but it has 2-inch rings, the big honking rings. So you can have room for lots of things. A nice neutral cover. So decorate to your heart's content, but a nice neutral cover. And then the inside pages. So when you look at, and you'll also see this image on the website, it has some laser cuts. It has some plain pages. It has your pocket pages. It has some decorative pages. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't tell us. That's interesting. It really should tell us the contents. Well, I think on the website, I probably told you what the contents are, hopefully. You know what? Let's just do this. We're just going to open it up to see, all right? We're going to open it up to see. Because I'd like to see what they look like and really what's in there. Come on out. Come on out. Always really nice, high quality albums. Something that is super, oh, thank you, Amy. Amy just popped it in. 6 printed cardstock pages, 4 sheets of laser cut elements, 2 pages of page tab and hole reinforcer stickers, 2 side flip pages, 2 single pocket pages, 4 page protectors, 2 each. All right. So these things are all packaged in a clear cello bag. Those are going to be your, let's just look at those. Those are going to be your laser cuts, and they're packaged that way just so they don't, you know, get all messed up in the album, which I appreciate that. We appreciate that. That's very thoughtful, isn't it? All right, as we look at that, beautiful 1, 2, 3, 4 packages or 4 pieces of laser cuts. That's awesome, right? So really, you could just pick up this album, and if you didn't buy anything else, you could take what is here, add your photos, add some journaling, and be good, right? You'd be all ready to go. I just want to get these put away so they don't, you know, Reggie doesn't decide to play with them in the middle of the night. Because that's something he would do. Oops, stuck in the hole. Okay, there we go. All right, then we have kind of the printed pages. So nice and generic again, right? So you could really use this with any product. Of course, you could use it with Curiosities and Willow Grow, but I love that it is generic enough to be used with really anything. Any 49 and Margaret collection, any Vicky collection, really any other collection. Those are your hole reinforcers and some tabs with labels that can go on the tabs. You have 2 sheets of those, black and white and tan and white. And then, ooh, that's a fun one, isn't it? Little pages that kind of flip out. Pages with pockets. And then your pocket pages. You add your photos and your cards. All right, friends, now we have it. Now we have it. Carrie says, I think I need it all. Well, Carrie, you know where to find it. You know where to find it. Okay, my friends, now let's do that. Let's now, turn the camera, and we'll say our goodbyes. Beep. There we go. So, everything that I showed you, well, before we started at least, was all in stock. And if you ever on the website and you see that something is out of stock that you would like, I don't know, like the camera stamp, that all of a sudden today I'm like, oh my goodness, what the heck just happened? I used it on Saturday, and then there was a flurry of orders ordering the camera stamp. So camera stamp is temporarily out of stock, but if you ever see something on the website that is out of stock or showing that it's sold out, there is a little button that you can hit that says notify me when available, email me when available, and as soon as that product comes back in, assuming it's coming back in, and the camera stamp is, you will be automatically notified. So we add the inventory, and then everything magic happens and you automatically get notified. So that's the best bet. If there was something you saw tonight and it got shopped out while you were watching, just know, coming back in stock. We have a listing session this Saturday. This Saturday is the what's today? I don't know, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th? 25th. We're listing this Saturday, October 25th. We will go from 9 until noon. You better believe it. Nick's going to be standing here at noon at 11:55 going, you got to be done, because literally everything will be ready to go. I will turn off the power and then go get in Harvey. So we will be listing for 3 hours this Saturday, the 28th, and then we will not be listing again for 2 weeks, my friends. The very first weekend in November 1st, that Saturday, we are doing, for those of you that purchased my December documented mini book project kit, we will be spending a good portion of the day together doing that class, making that together. So very excited for that. And then the following week, I will be teaching at the Lizzie Lou Christmas Bash. I think this is our 8th or 9th one. 9 years. 8 or 9 years that we've done it. So I'll be in Southern California for that. But then after that, we'll be back to our regularly scheduled Saturday listing sessions for quite a while. So I would love to see you. If you join me this Saturday, we'll see. I'll probably do another, maybe, we'll see. I may do another What's New Wednesday next Wednesday because there's still lots more to share. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Have a great rest of your week. We're now on the downhill side, or maybe we should say uphill side, right? Because heading towards Friday, to the weekend. And if I don't see you on Saturday, and I don't see you a Saturday at some point soon, and I don't see you at an in-person event, I hope to see you somewhere on the interwebs. All right, friends, enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks for joining me tonight. Bye. Bye. Maybe. Oh, there we go.